This is the Swamp Rabbit Trail, which follows along the historic bed of the Greenville and Northern Railway, which was popularly nicknamed the Swamp Rabbit. Roughly 2 million people walk, run, and bike this trail every year, appreciating art, crossing over bridges, enjoying unique attractions, and taking a gander at a pretty cool waterfall and bridge. In the heart of downtown Greenville, is the Swamp Rabbit Trail worth all the attention that it gets? Does it live up to the hype? We're going to find out on this edition of Joyful Trails. So stick around for some beautiful scenes of the Swamp Rabbit Trail here in What the? Where did you come from?
I come down escaping the snow and ice, and I'm here to take over. This is my studio now.
So this is Bane from Adventure Time with Bane. We actually met in person when we teamed up with our friend Billy from Charlotte, Billy Bikes, and we rode the New River Trail. You might have seen those videos on Bane's channel, on Billy's channel, on my channel. I did 2 or 3 videos from that trip, and we spent a couple of days, sleeping in our cars and riding the New River Trail. But yeah, here we are, a couple of YouTubers that had never met a few months ago, and now you're sleeping on my couch, and I'm trying to figure out how to get him out of this
he doesn't
house.
Know it. He doesn't know it yet, but now that I'm here on the couch, he's got to evict me, so I'm saving $1 and not leaving.
This is Greenville. Which one, you might ask? After all, 33 states have a city or town named Greenville. To cut down on confusion, several years ago, the city's marketing organization came up with the slogan, "Yeah, that Greenville." Officially, 70,720 South Carolinians call her home, but the overall metropolitan area has a population north of 990,000. Located on Interstate 85, about halfway between Atlanta and Charlotte, Greenville is positioned at the entrance to the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains and occupies just a smidge over 30 square miles. Established in 1797 and incorporated in 1831, the city was formerly known as the textile capital of the South. In recent times, Greenville has shifted toward advanced manufacturing and automotive production. Michelin, BMW, and General Electric all have a strong presence in the area. A wealthy settler from Virginia named Richard Paris arrived in South Carolina around 1754 and established relations with the Cherokee Indians. Paris established a plantation on the Reedy River in what is present-day downtown Greenville. He sided with the British in the American Revolution and ended up in jail in Charleston. But hey, he got Paris Mountain named after him, even though it's spelled wrong. Originally known as Pleasantburg, Greenville is named after General Nathaniel Greene, a hero in the American Revolution, even though Greene is not thought to have ever set foot in the town. Vardry Macbee is called the father of Greenville. He had enough walking around money to donate land for several churches, schools, and a cotton mill. Greenville had a mayor named Max Heller who started revitalizing Main Street in the 1970s. That work was kicked into overdrive by current Mayor Knox White. Today a downtown pro baseball stadium, Falls Park with its Liberty Bridge and Reedy River Falls, Unity Park with the new Honor Tower, the 100-year-old restored Poinsett Hotel, and annual music and arts festivals draw tourists year-round and have caused tens of thousands of people to relocate to Greenville. So, Bane, what were your impressions of Greenville, the city of Greenville?
Greenville's fantastic. I really enjoy Greenville. You got the bike path that's going right through it, which is pretty phenomenal. I mean, it's artsy. Like the folks in charge of designing the town, whatever the case, they're on top of it. We went out in town in the evening and checked the town out. Everything's all lit up. We walked around town and I wasn't worried about being mugged or anything. I liked it. It was pretty nice.
Listen, we've had so many people moving here. I'm going to need you to dial that back a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Greenville is horrible and you should not come here.
We don't need more people. If people see this and they hear what you're saying, anyway.
I can see why people are moving here.
Stars, solar winds, who soared light into firmament, woven, bound eternal in symmetry, somehow part of me, ageless flame, oldest friend, love supreme, holding all within. What a mystery, this harmony. Formed before time, imagine to be alive.
So the idea was to ride the Swamp Rabbit Trail, and at first we kind of began the day with a little too much lollygagging, I think. We were, to use a Baneism, we were lollygagging because that trail is literally just a few steps away from where I live. But our thought was, since you have a car and I have a car, we're not complete hobos. I mean, we do have transportation. So let's shuttle ourselves. So let's go to one end, drop a car, go to the other end so that we can just ride the trail once, because it is a pretty lengthy trail. And so we did that.
Adventure time.
And we got going for real around 10 o'clock probably. I don't know.
Probably by 10 o'clock for sure, we was on bikes.
So I would like to hear from you what you thought about the Swamp Rabbit Trail. What were your impressions of the SRT, as we call it?
The Swamp Rabbit Trail is really cool. It's paved the entire way, which, you know, I like a nice paved trail.
Yep.
It's quite busy.
On your left?
There's a lot of people. We happen to be on Valentine's Day, and most folks are out enjoying the company of their loved ones, and we're just out loving adventure.
Can just stop right there and let me just say, for the record, that spending Valentine's Day with you was not exactly on my bingo card, but life happens, you know.
You know, I can't honestly think of a better way to spend Valentine's Day than to spend it with me. It's more of a thing for locals to get out and enjoy a day outside, I would say. But there's lots to see on the Swamp Rabbit Trail. There's tons of art. The infrastructure around the trail is pretty phenomenal. As far as the art and the bridges that's around the area, it's kind of really high on the list as far as how it's put together and the thought behind it. It's quite enjoyable, especially if you like all the art and statues, all the murals. You know, you roll through a few towns like Travelers Rest. Travelers Rest, it was Saturday, and I guess they do like I don't want to say a bake sale, I don't know what you call it, but a lot of vendors were set up outside, which added to the foot traffic.
Very much so. Now, once you get into Greenville, oh, by the way, we pass a couple of train cars along the way, so that was cool. But once you get into Greenville, I would say the centerpiece of the whole thing would have to be Falls Park with the Liberty Bridge.
With the bridge. The bridge is quite phenomenal. I think it's the only bridge in the United States that's a suspension bridge that's held up on one side of the bridge.
How's that work?
I don't know, but it works. Gravity has got its place there.
It works because there was a ton of people on that bridge that day. There are other parks as well. This trail goes not only through Falls Park, but it goes through Unity Park with the Honor Tower.
Yeah.
We didn't go up the Honor Tower because there was a long line of people waiting, but it also goes through Cleveland Park and Cancer Survivors Park. And each of these parks have things to see, like the airplane that was shot down in the Cuban Missile Crisis, and just a lot. Like you said, there's a lot to see. You never have a chance to get bored for very long. This is TRSC. That stands for Travelers Rest, South Carolina. The place I have called home for 38 of the past 40 years. Well, during part of that time, including today, my address is technically Greenville, but I have a TR state of mind. You see, Travelers Rest is more conservative, more independent-minded, less congested, and less weird than Greenville these days. TR is the way Greenville used to be, before the whole state of Vermont moved in down here. Home to 7,788 Americans, TR calls itself America's coolest small town. That is due in large part to the popularity of the Swamp Rabbit Trail, which cuts a path right through town. Now, I moved to Travelers Rest in 1986, so I was TR before TR was cool. As for the name, for over 300 years this area has been a stopover for travelers. It was a resting place in the 1800s for weary travelers and livestock drovers traveling from the mountains to the coast or vice versa. Once railroads and highways were built, the town grew to include local businesses, a schoolhouse, and churches. TR is the northernmost city in Greenville County, 10 miles north of Greenville and just 20 miles from North Carolina. The town was founded by J.W. Donaldson of the famed J.W. Donaldson and Sons Bloodstock Cattle Empire. Travelers Rest was most recently incorporated as a city in 1959. Honored as one of the South's best small towns by Southern Living magazine, TR is home to a burgeoning foodie scene these days and is visited thousands of times a day by Swamp Rabbit Trail bikers, walkers, and runners. So the trail also has a little spur that you can take should you decide to, and we did decide to, and it's a little trail called the Swan Lake Trail that goes around the lake at Furman University, and it literally is attached to the Swamp Rabbit Trail, and it's just a nice little diversion, and you can see some wildlife.
Yeah, it was quite a beautiful little spur around the lake. We got to see some swans and some other waterfowl, and I don't know, the clock tower or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It is a nice little path all into itself, and it would be hard to swing by that path and not jump on it.
Take your time, fall in line someday. It's hard to win, hard to pin one day. I look out for you to soothe away the blues in your eyes. Take a stand, move your hand someday. In your eyes, no disguise one day. I look out for you to soothe away the blues in your eyes.
So we met some friends on the trail. You know, for a while I was starting to get a little salty because I was like, I'm disappointed that nobody's recognizing us.
Yeah.
Me especially, because I live here. But then we came around the corner and we met a couple of friends and they were like, hey, Bane. And I'm like, what am I, chopped liver? We met Michael and Celeste, and they actually watch both of our channels. I got the impression they might watch your channel a little more often than mine, but that's fine.
Yeah. It seems valid to me. Like, if you guys aren't watching my channel, you don't know what you're missing out on. But some folks do, so.
So, of course, you know me, we had to take a selfie because you meet the nicest people on bike trails.
You certainly do.
So during our bike ride, we stopped for a little something to eat because, you know, a brother got to refuel now and then. And so we stopped at the Southernside Brewery. There were a lot of people there, but food came out pretty quick.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. The way you order the food and pay for the food is totally different for me. And I did not expect the food to come out fast.
A good time was had by all. 2 thumbs up for the Southernside Brewery. 3
That's
thumbs
3.
up. 4 thumbs up for the Southernside Brewery in Unity Park in Greenville, South Carolina. Also sometimes known as Green Vegas or Greensburg or the GVL, depending on what mood I'm in.
I like kakalaki.
At the end of our day, it was time for me to introduce Bane to my dad and my brother Tim at the Copper River Grill.
Rubbing shoulders with the rich and famous.
Yes, just keep telling yourself that.
The celebs.
So a good time was had by all, but the food came out pretty quick. Don't want to totally throw them under the bus, but those steaks were barely cooked.
The steaks came out faster than the dessert did, and it's not by a little. It's by a large margin, and it looked like they might have put the steaks on the grill and then pulled them off immediately. Oh, we didn't mean to cook these, and pulled them off.
But I learned something. I learned that maybe I like rare steaks.
Scott realizes he likes his steaks not cooked. It was better than peanut butter sandwiches.
All right, let's bring this plane in for a landing. Bane, on a scale of 1 to 5, what do you think about the Swamp Rabbit Trail?
Oh man, this is difficult for me because my mood affects how I feel about stuff a lot. I don't normally do ratings. It was really nice weather. I gotta say at least a 4. I feel like a 4.
4 stars
4 stars.
for El Swamp Rabbito.
Yeah, 4 stars. It's a nice trail. It probably could have went with 5, but I don't give nothing a perfect score. So,
You know what? I had an epiphany on this weekend, this trip. I learned a couple of things. Number one, I tend to look at the Swamp Rabbit Trail through the eyes of a local who is bored with it. I get bored with it because it's my local hometown trail. I've seen it. I've been on it so many times. I've seen every inch of it. I've made videos about it over at my day job. And for me, it's easy to take it for granted. But Bane being here and riding it for the first time allowed me to see it through someone else's eyes, and frankly, to appreciate it more.
Yeah, it's you get used to whatever you're doing. Like I ride a lot of trails. Like I ride a lot of the more loved trails, like the Greenbrier Trail or the Katy Trail, the Great Allegheny Passage. You know,
now you're just bragging.
Yeah, now I'm bragging, folks. I ride all the big trails. I just did the Mickelson Trail last year.
Yeah.
Video content of all of these trails, by the way. You get used to what you're doing, and you don't appreciate it the same way as someone who does it for the first time. So
it was great getting to kind of experience that with someone who was looking at it through new, fresh eyes, so to speak. Not only the trail, but the town as well. And so, so I'm going to try to have a better attitude from here on out towards my hometown trail. And I think 4 is a perfect place to land as far as the star rating.
I feel so.
I do too.
I'm here to spread joy.
The other epiphany I had is there's too dang many people in Greenville, and some of y'all just need to get out.
Yeah, it's quite busy, even on a February day.
It was February, and there were that many people out.
Yeah.
Y'all, some of y'all need to just go back wherever y'all came from. I'm sorry. SRT, baby. El Swamp Rabito.
This is quality members only content.
El Swamp Rabito in Greenville, South Carolina.